It's time to start demo on the interior walls of our beautiful Eastlake Queen Anne home. We're ready to get all of this broken and water-damaged plaster out to prepare the walls for new wiring, plumbing, ductwork, and insulation. Watch as we get dirty, find treasures in the walls, and of course, have some fun. Forgotten by time, crying out to be saved, waiting for two knights who need to be brave. Together we'll learn its untold story and return this home to its former glory. Our initial plan was to remove all of the home's woodwork before demo, but things don't always go as planned.
Documenting our first attempt at removing the wood trim, we did everything right, and it's still cracked. So we've gone to plan B.
We realized once the plaster and lath was gone above the woodwork, we could get a reciprocating saw with a metal cutting blade behind the woodwork to sever the nails and easily remove the woodwork without breaking. John's dad was a huge help with this and became an expert in Victorian trim removal. Leaving the woodwork up during demo may lead to some additional refinishing, but we'd rather have a few more dings to take care of than broken woodwork. We utilized the box method to catch our falling plaster and put the flaps up against the walls to protect our woodwork. We've got a couple boxes set up with one flap going into another, and this is to help the plaster fall right down in. We had a whole line of these boxes on the big wall. Once full, the boxes could be emptied. But where does one go with all of this plaster? Out the window, of course. This plastic did not hold up at all. We ended up making a proper chute with thin plywood to direct debris into the dumpster below. That was my mom at the chute. She came all the way from Phoenix, Arizona to help us demo and was a huge help. We quickly learned not to overfill our boxes or buckets. One 5-gallon bucket of plaster debris can easily weigh over 50 pounds. The walls came down with brute force, patience, and a lot of hard work. The ceilings, however, were a totally different story. First, the antique light fixtures had to be carefully removed. From the attic, John's dad could easily attack from above. We put 1/4-inch plywood over the floors to protect from debris. But what about the first floor? On the walls, we've taken the plaster off and then the laths separately because it takes up so much less room in the dumpster, especially if you can dispose of your laths in a different manner. The ceilings, however, the laths will actually help you bring the ceilings down. So in the ceilings, we went ahead and did it all at the same time, plaster and lath. To get started, all you do is you hammer out some plaster like so, then you're going to hammer through the laths, and then you're actually going to use a hammer or a crowbar and pull the laths down, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Makes it really easy and it goes by pretty quickly. The home's 3 chimneys had all been capped by a previous owner and were unusable. Wherever there was a mantel on the first floor, we left the chimneys, but decided to gain some extra floor space by removing the chimneys from the second floor and kitchen. This was back-breaking work, and the debris was even heavier than the plaster. I won't miss this job at all. We did some architectural investigating while demoing. We wanted to see what the earliest wallpapers in the house looked like.
Looks like we found some original wallpaper. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
So why are we wearing masks?
Because sometimes Victorians like to put arsenic or lead or all kinds of fun things in their wallpaper because it made it pretty.
Yes, it sure did.
And deadly.
Before chemical dyes, all dyes had to come from nature, and some of those were heavy metals and elements that were poisonous, but they produced really beautiful, vivid colors. And at that time, it was the only way to achieve some of the colors.
We found something pretty fantastic in the upstairs bathroom.
Done sometime in the 40s or 50s with this fake pink tile paneling. And what did we find behind it? Oh. It is tongue and groove beadboard. Not the fake stuff, the real stuff, tongue and groove.
We also found letters from the late 1800s in the walls. Demo was messy, sticky, and dirty.
Look at this nastiness. When you're covered in plaster dust and then you get caught in the rain, it gets pretty gross.
There was some beauty, however, to the swirling dust if light refracted it just right. Demo is hard work, and we wouldn't have made it through without some laughs, whether I was playing Xena Warrior Princess or pretending to be a cat. Before we knew it, all the plaster and lath was gone. We still don't have a total count as we have one dumpster left to hear about, but last count was nearly 21 tons of debris. On the next episode of Former Glory, we look forward in time and share our plans for our new home, and look back in time and explore the home's rich history. Be sure to subscribe to follow our adventures and leave us a like and a comment below. Until next time, thanks for watching. Untold story and return this home to its former glory.